Luna is upset. Today's video is about some not so special editions. We all love a good special edition book. I've started a whole series where I showcase all sorts of different editions of books, whether they be special editions, anniversary editions, foreign editions, but not every special edition is all that special. It's very upsetting to Luna. She's comforting me about it. So I thought we'd go ahead and go through some not so special editions. I know, it's difficult. Tough times. Luna is reminding us all to consume some water. I don't know why I said consume. Drink your water. Stay hydrated. Consume it. One of these books recently, I came across the Barnes & Noble edition of The Shades of Magic, and in that particular video, I personally felt like this was probably one of the worst editions of the book. Not because I dislike the cover or anything, but because the original cover art looks exactly the same, and no shade to anybody at Barnes & Noble. No darker shades. No shades of magic. This is not something I would really want to spend additional money on, or if I already had the original, I don't think I would want to go out and buy this edition as well. And then that made me want to look at some other books that perhaps don't get the best when it comes to their special editions. The first one, and I know a lot of you, I know a lot of you feel the same. Why is it apparently that when you want to do something special, the solution is to just take the same cover and make it silver? Can you guess what book? Can you guess what book I'm going to talk about? The Eye of the World by Robert Jordan. I gotta say, Wheel of Time wasn't for me. I'm excited for the show, but ultimately, you know, it's not my cup of tea. But I feel so bad for the fans of this. Okay, let's step back for a second. Material things are not everything. I understand that. But for those of us that really appreciate a good edition, an edition that we feel really reflects how good the story is inside. So basically the fans who really would love a fantastic, beautiful edition of this book, it's the same. It's the same cover. It's just silver. And I know there's not a whole lot else to it that makes it that special. With all the ones I'm going to talk about, some of them might have maybe some illustrations on the inside and everything. And I'm not going to go into detail about those other things. I'm just purely talking about the covers here. And in this one's case, I'm sorry. The Wheel of Time is one series that so many people love. It's getting an adaptation. It's been kind of a classic for a lot of people. It's shaped a lot of people's reading taste. I feel like Wheel of Time deserves something a little nicer. Next up, we have the special edition of Name of the Wind. At this point, I know it's kind of a joke to talk about the fact that Patrick Rothfuss still hasn't released the third one and everything, and I'm not going into that. I'm not gonna go into that. But he kind of doesn't even have to, because they're apparently just gonna keep re-releasing the book with different editions. And this special edition that came out of it, am I the only one that really doesn't care for it? It looks like this horrifying chamber where the back is just like this thing you can pull for when you're hungry or you're thirsty or you're like, excuse me, guard, can I get some water? The next one, I actually saw this at my local used bookstore. So the book would be Catch-22, specifically the 50th anniversary edition. So I saw it at my local used bookstore. My husband had just read Catch-22, and I saw it and I was like, oh, hey, look, it's a special edition. It's an anniversary edition. And then he was like, that looks just like the regular edition. And it does. 50th anniversary edition. It's the same thing. And I know I mentioned for some of these that I know there's illustrations, or sometimes you're going to have sprayed edges, or maybe when you take the book sleeve off, there's going to be something else underneath. They might have a ribbon for marking your place. I understand that. The one I saw, the special edition I saw, was still just a paperback. There was nothing. There was really, honestly, it just said 50th anniversary edition. It says, with a new introduction by Christopher Buckley. I guess if you're into that, but I just think it's kind of silly to re-release something, especially something that, the phrase Catch-22. I mean, this book has a huge impact, not just in its story, but literally we say that now. That's how much that it went from just being a book to seeping into people's actual language. I think that's amazing. And that's not the only thing, right? Obviously, this book has a huge impact, and its story, a lot of people love it. I just think, cool. I'm not trying to bash Christopher Buckley here, but I just feel like if you're gonna re-release the book, do a little more than put a sticker that says 50th anniversary edition. Cool. Now I know it's been out for at least 50 years. This next one, I don't know if I would categorize this necessarily as a special edition. It's more so a reprint. But it's a reprint that upset a lot of people, and that would be The Bluest Eyes by Toni Morrison. And the reason that this new edition that has come out has upset a lot of people is because there's what I call permanent stickers, which are, you know, little things that look like you could peel it off, but it turns out it's right on the cover. It's got one of those, and it says, "Read with Jenna." So it was a book club pick by, you know, Jenna Bush. So many of you, I don't know why I was clapping just now. So many of you are going to highly disagree with me on this next one. The leather-bound Mistborn. To me, I don't. So this one has illustrations. That's great. The illustrations, I've seen them. They're amazing. The artists, I love the artwork in these. And I think the concept of having these books for the Cosmere all having this really elegant look to them, I think that's really cool. But these look like encyclopedias. I'm going to put up some pictures of encyclopedias and tell me these don't look like they would blend right in. When I was a kid, we actually didn't have the internet for a very long time. And we had a bunch of encyclopedias, and whenever we needed to do a research thing for school, I would have to use our encyclopedias, or we would go to the public library. And, you know, we'd have to do our research projects there. And these just make me think, maybe it's just this weird thing I have, this, like, memory of being a kid, being like, dang, I wish I had the internet, it sure would make things easier. I don't know, maybe my encyclopedias are just a reminder. My childhood encyclopedias just make me think about how long we went without internet or something. I don't know. I say that like it was so hard. It was so hard not to have internet. I don't know what it is. The other ones look cooler to me. I think it's the color. I think it's that kind of rust red color. I'm very curious if people who are fans of this next series, if they agree or disagree with me on this one. The Folio Society makes gorgeous books. Really, really stunning books. They're Farseer trilogy editions. They're nice. They're nice. I don't know if they're 150 pounds nice. For my American friends, that's over $200. That's a lot of money for 3 books. We're gonna pretend that I didn't also spend a bunch of money on the Fairy Loot editions of Red Rising. We're gonna pretend that I didn't do that. Over $200 is a lot for some books that I feel like have some other editions out there that are really fantastic. So the illustrated editions that have come out, the ones that are black, gorgeous, gorgeous editions. The UK paperbacks are really cool. I really like those editions. I just feel like I'm sure there's more to these books that make them worth the money. I'm not at all trying to say like that somehow they didn't put a lot of effort into it and that the people who worked on it don't deserve to be compensated for all the work that they've done. But I think it's tough because in this case, unlike Wheel of Time, we do have some other editions out there that are absolutely gorgeous. And I just think there's a lot of money for some, you know, some red books. Editing me here, just for some context, I wanted to show how much this particular illustrated edition currently costs because I think it shows pretty drastically the difference in prices, even if you get all 3, which currently the second and third books are more expensive than this one, but even if you get all 3, it's still less than $100. So just wanted to throw that out there. If you have these, please feel free, of course, to say in the comments why you think that they are 100% some of your favorite editions out there and that you think that they are indeed very special. I'm not trying to say that you should feel bad if you've purchased these. I just think that I know for myself, I get excited sometimes just at the idea that there's a new edition for something coming out, when in actuality, when I step back and I really look at it, it's not always my cup of tea. And then on top of that, I just think that the publishing industry sometimes, they kind of phone it in. I don't think some of these phone it in. I think some of these are just not my taste. But some of these, the Wheel of Time one, if you're going to give us a special edition, make it special. That's it for today's video. I don't like being negative. So I I'm sorry for if I... Let me know your thoughts. We'll just leave it at that. Let me know your thoughts. I hope you're having a lovely day. Thank you so much for watching. If you are interested in seeing that video series I've started where I compare and contrast different editions, I'll have it linked down below. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you all later. Bye.